Hey everyone, it is Thursday, March 15th, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a fantastic day. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session as usual. Finally on time to the session. Can you believe it? It's been a really long slog the last 10 days, just trying to, wow man, just healing. Once that stuff happens, it just is what it is, but I'm getting a lot better the last few days. I'm just continuing to rest, trying to make sure I stay balanced, not working too hard, but, not working too little. So, gonna dive into the online class front here, update you guys with what I'm doing there. Gonna hit a light guitar practice, share my progress, and then I'm gonna jump into the production front, sketch out some ideas for the third chorus drum parts for the second tune of this record I'm working on, try to finish that. Then I'm going to take a break, have some food, and then dive back into the production front later, and probably going to either make a decision on this guitar solo and do a couple extra takes of that, which I probably will, just, maybe not even like going that hard, but just, getting in there, spend an hour maybe, and then try to make some headway on the new tune, getting a little bit of tracking done there. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions as we go. Just hit the comments. I'm more than happy to reply, and I will update you guys in a few with what I accomplish. Here we go. Okay, really good first half of the day. I would have liked it to have been a little more productive, but I'm, wanting to respect my body and kind of the transition that it's going through right now, and not make myself sick again. So I just got into the art of music production class. That was fantastic. I started working on this project for the first week that's called Active Listening. And it's just taking some of the skills and knowledge that are presented in the first few videos of the week and applying it to a real piece of music and doing some analysis with that. And I chose a couple pieces that are just really unfamiliar to me in a totally unfamiliar genre, and yeah, I didn't really enjoy listening to them. In fact, I kind of hated it, but even that response was worth noting, you know what I mean? Like, learning to just notice that, like, wow, I'm really hating this, this is really painful. Okay, interesting, what about it is painful? Why don't I like it? What's bothering me? Okay, well, these elements I like, these elements are okay. Okay, outside of whether I like it or not, does it feel good to me? Am I having a positive response to it? Is it holding my attention? Is this going to hold the attention of someone who's in the audience that likes this type of music? That kind of thing. So really just working on my objectivity, I think, which is really what I wanted out of the class to begin with. So gotta love that. From there, I did some similar analysis on some songs in my back catalog, and it was really, really good. I'm just, realizing like where, what's been missing for the last few years and what could change to improve what I have so far. And it's really working well. I think I've really done good analysis on my stuff. I think I've focused my energy in the right areas to improve, like what needs to change, what needs to be better for me to get to where I want to go and be successful. And I can just see, just with the emotional reactions to the song and my engagement level as a listener, I can just see myself going like this with my material, which is pretty much, what we want. So that just means eventually, as long as I don't mess anything up and crater, I'm going to get where I want to go, which is really exciting. And I think the material I'm working on now is just on a whole different level than anything I've ever done before, which just feels freaking great. So that was really valuable. I got a quick guitar practice in, just more note name memorization, more minor pentatonic stuff. Got into the production front, and it took a little longer to sketch out a third chorus drum part, but I think I've got something that I like, and I may adjust it a little bit as I start to learn the part. But I'll stick to the demo verbatim for the first bit. And yeah, I'm really happy with the direction that that's going and the way the overall record is going. I thought a little bit more about how this track's going to fit in with that, which I'm feeling good about. And then I was going to sit down on the drums, but I just wasn't feeling super hot physically, so decided to just rest and did a little bit of journaling about kind of the big picture of my life, the move, the studio, some of the big decisions I'm trying to make right now that are not non-musical, but just outside of like a decision about whether a take is good or not. And I think I just have a lot more decisions to make on a day-to-day basis right now than I normally do. Most of the time my life is just totally automated, so I can just work without too much decision fatigue. But I'm starting to realize, like, day in, day out now, I just have to make so many more choices than I would normally. So it's learning to live with that and, growing. I think challenging ourselves, pushing our limits is how we grow. And sometimes we overdo it, got to take a step back, and that's just part of the game. So it's not a reason to give up. So overall, I'm feeling great. I think pretty much everything in my life is going the direction I want it to go right now. My health is improving. I would like that to be a little bit better, but I think overall I'm in a good place, and I'm optimistic I can get where I want to go with a little more effort and time. So I'm going to take a break, have some food, and jump back in a few. All right, excellent day overall. Excellent second half of the day. Just the magic of sticking to my timing plan for the day is really paying off, and I'm really happy about that. So what I did is edited 2 days ago's video, uploaded that, and then I actually realized I deleted yesterday's footage. I'm 99.9, well, I'm pretty much 100% sure I deleted it. So the bad news is there's no vlog from yesterday, even though I did a lot of work, and the good news is I'm now caught up on the vlogs. So I apologize for that. I really try to prevent that from happening, but every once in a while, doing vlogs every single day, stuff gets deleted. And yeah, hopefully there wasn't anything too amazing in that. I'll just try to recap some of the takeaways from my online classes that I've been doing recently. And I feel like there's been a lot of repetition, so yeah. Anyway, there's not much that can be done about it now. So I got into listening to the drum takes from yesterday, and actually one of them was really, really good. I was really pleased. It was the very first take that I did of that recording session, which is interesting. So it started getting me thinking, like, maybe this hyper-technical approach to tracking just isn't the right move for me. Maybe it's okay to have some variance, and I have my process, but then I leave myself open to the magic. And honestly, I think that's the sort of balance point that I'm looking for, rather than trying to just control everything. Just seeking that sort of give and take of the moment. And we'll see how that goes. Then I got into working on the guitar solo, and fortunately that came back relatively quickly, but my right hand wasn't used to this part that's pretty darn fast in that. So the left hand was pretty good, but I did do sort of like a scratch new take, and sonically it did sound a lot better than what I was doing before. So I think what I'm going to do is come back in on Saturday or over the next couple days, do maybe 3 to 6 more takes and just see if they're headed in the right direction performance-wise. I think the X factor, the performance part, is more important than the sonics for me personally. I know not everyone feels that way, but I think it really all just comes back to emotion, right? If you're getting the point of the part across, who cares what the sonics are like? If the end result is there,
It's great to have perfect sonics, but yeah, that's not the top priority. That's a secondary priority, even though it is a big priority. I guess the right sonics. That would be the way to say it. I'm looking for the right sonics. So that was good. Hopefully that takes me in the right direction and didn't take up too much time, which was great. So I had time to redevelop the sort of core theme for the new tune. And I realized that was actually at the wrong tempo. So I listened back to the demo, knocked it back a couple beats per minute, which was fantastic because it was feeling a little rushed the way I was playing it before, and it locked right in, felt great. So that's really good and obviously really important at the beginning of a song to get the tempo right. And yeah, I got a scratch take. I mean, I don't think it's that great, but I'll listen. That's fine usually for an initial take for me because I'll come back in on Saturday, listen to how it's sitting sonically, and then make some adjustments so that when I get that great performance, my sonics are really dialed in to my previous point. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in.